to be speaking and addressing the audience. Before that, give me a couple of minutes to introduce you, sir. Ram Mohan ji is an MP from Srikakulam, not a member of parliament, but I'd like to call him the member of people, more precisely the people's man, erudite, learned and accomplished. I must tell you that he's a man admired and respected by the ruling and the opposition alike. And he has always been vocal about the special category status, about the railway zone, and about the disinvestment of RINL. Clearly a people's man. I welcome Mohan Naidu to kindly address our audience. Sir, we are happy and glad to have you here, sir.
Thank you, Priyanka. Likewise, thank you for the wonderful interaction. And my sincere namaskar to Lakshmi Narayana Garu and JP Garu, who have always been my role models at various stages of my life. And I still look up to them in whatever I do in my political journey. And to Suresh Prabhuji also, who is going to join us in the future. And a warm welcome to all the participants in this charity dinner who are participating in Melbourne, Australia, for this wonderful cause of giving charity to the development of KGH Hospital, which is one of the most important and one of the biggest hospitals in the country of India. Even if it is located in Visakhapatnam, it's one of the biggest one, and it's got a lot of history, which started as, if I'm not wrong, as an army dispensary back in the 1800s. It's almost got a history of 150 years right now. And if you look at the present situation, like I keep visiting it very often, and for the participants there, they've also had the opportunity to see the visuals that has been presented by the JD group right now. I think I certainly feel a little shameful. I'm also a member of parliament from that area, that the hospital, which is supposed to be a government hospital, is in that condition, because we as politicians, we as representatives of the people, we are the ones who have to be responsible at first to make sure that these are having all the infrastructure are functioning well. But the kind of pressure the hospital system has in India, the medical infrastructure has in India, because we have noted lakhs and lakhs of people are visiting these hospitals in a month. So it's not exactly like the hospital, the medical care system that we have in one of the developed countries, because of the high amount of population that we have. The stress on the infrastructure, the stress on the medical staff, the stress on the buildings, it is a huge pressure on the whole system. So that is why, not just depending entirely upon what the state government, the central government is going to do, I think there is a lot of opportunity, there is a lot of potential for NGOs, for other people, for people who are good at heart, for charitable organizations. They all should come forward, and if they have the opportunity to donate, or if they have the opportunity to contribute, I think this is a wonderful opportunity, and which is why I would like to thank JD Joint for Development, and also the Little Hands organization for putting up this wonderful charity event. It is very much need of the hour right now. I take a recent example from what the pandemic that we have experienced right now. I think the pandemic has exposed all the necessary failures that we have in terms of medical infrastructure. The sudden spike in corona cases at one point of time, and the kind of burden the hospitals, the doctors, the medical staff, they all felt. I think that exposed a lot of the failures, a lot of the loopholes, a lot of the lacunae that we have in the system. And it can't be cured, or it can't be done in just one budget, or just 1 year, or just with one particular set of policy. I think it's a work in progress. But for that work in progress, we need all the minds to work together, all the different sections of the society. Everyone should come together. Everyone should be in that right mindset of contributing. Everyone should be in the right mindset of having that responsibility to look after our medical care system. I think that is when we are going to make the right progress. During the times of Corona in Srikakulam also, when the cases just shot up, they were in I have never seen such gory experience anywhere. I never thought that the Indian medical system would be facing such kind of situation where the bodies of the dead bodies of people were lying outside hospitals, outside the crematory grounds and all that. That was very, very scary. And that is, I think, a lesson and also indication that this is the time where the health needs to be addressed. When you look at the common man, or the word that we use, the poor man of India, which is very commonly used, I think the biggest asset that we can give to them is good health. To begin with, we talk about employment, we talk about good standard of living, we talk about education and all, but the primary, at the core, that we can give to any human being is good health. Once if he has that good health, I think he is capable of doing whatever he wants to do, whatever he wants to become. So we have to address this as a priority, the healthcare system. And when we look at the stats also, the budget spending that we have is merely 1 to 2% of the GDP. And this has been consistent for the last 12 to 13 years. That's actually not the required amount for a country like India, whereas some countries, developed countries, are spending around 8 to 10%. So we have to definitely reach there. There are different ideologies of political parties, which is not letting them, even the system, the whole system that we have in India, which is not letting us prioritize on health. But we slowly have to get there, where health and education both become a priority for us. Even we have to show it in terms of spending. And when I say that there is little spending, it doesn't mean that it's very little in terms of figures, because for the country that we have, that for the numbers that we are, GDP itself is somewhere around 2.5 lakh crores, and 2% of that is also a very huge money. There is some spending that's going into the hospitals also. But what are we lagging is the responsibility in spending that rupee in the right way and ensuring that there is quality infrastructure that is reaching to the common man. So there is a lot of things which are going naam ke vaste, number ke vaste, those kind of things are happening. But exactly what quality health infrastructure that we are able to give to the common man, I think that is the thing which needs to be addressed. And for that is why I mentioned that it's not just the government or the political or the public representatives. There are a whole lot of people who come into the system, and everyone needs to be in that right mindset. You can only ensure quality when the whole system is understanding that quality health infrastructure needs to be given to the common man. And there are a lot of structural changes happening in India also right now, with a lot of information that is dissipating to the common man through the digital. We are living in the digital age, so everything is out there right now. People are able to form their opinions on their own. People are able to access information that was earlier little unknown or a little bit hidden from the common man. So there is that kind of transparency, and we have with this transparent system that we are trying to achieve. I think we can target accountability also. When we have accountability in this medical healthcare system, I think we can ensure better quality.
I think there is some internet issue with on the other side.
I will try to put that pressure individually, at least have that discussion going on. And on the other side, when people like what we are having today, when private organizations and these charity organizations, they also help us in bonding with us to improve these quality services. I think we can achieve a lot more. And the whole, I kind of want to stress on that responsibility factor. We all should feel responsible for the government's money. It's just not public representatives or the government which is responsible. It is, in fact, the common man's money that is going on. So until it is spent completely, until it is availed by someone as a service, I think the responsibility lies on the common man also, lies on the organizations that are around, lies on the people that are around, lies on all Indian citizens, that we have to make sure that there is a responsibility in the spending of that rupee also. when that kind of culture develops, I had the opportunity to go around different countries, and more than the policy making, more than the budget that we are talking about, more than the amount of spending and all, I think there is this culture, the culture of being responsible, the culture of spending that rupee effectively, the culture of giving good service to the people. I think this is something India needs right now. It used to be there at some point of time, but slowly we are lacking that responsibility factor. We are taking it away from the system. I think it is highly the time where the youth also recognize this kind of responsibility and try to bring it back to the system through the acts and services that they do in the society also. And I would appreciate all the people who have come here to show that sign of responsibility. They want to show that even if this hospital is there in Visakhapatnam and maybe we are there in Melbourne, we are responsible for the people there. We are responsible for the citizens. We are responsible for the country. So that is a very, very good sign. I think it is an inspirational activity that we are doing today. And I really wish that whatever amount that is coming from today's charity dinner gets used effectively. And I'm sure that because Lakshminarayan Garu is involved and people like you are all involved in this, I'm sure that it's going to be spent effectively. And I'm especially more happy that some will come to Uddanam area also, which is there in my constituency only. It's been like a very long-lasting problem, and we are not able to specifically target on why the area has so many kidney diseases at one specific place. But the work is going on. The governments are doing their part, and a lot of people from outside the region are also coming in, pitching in, trying to help contribute in their own way. And I'd like to sincerely thank from my heart for doing it for the people of Uddanam also, the diagnostic center, and any support or help that I can give from my side. And I would like to vouch through this meeting also that I'll be there to support. I'll be there to ensure that it comes into light and it gets opened as soon as possible. And other than that, once again, I'd like to sincerely thank all the people that are here. Staying in another country, it's very easy to get disconnected from your own country or the places you've grown up. But it really takes a strong heart to be connected, not just to give back to your parents or not just to give back to your community, immediate community or your family, but this is like lakhs of people. A single rupee that you might contribute today might help a lot of people, lakhs and lakhs of people in the future, right from newborn kids to age-old people. So it's a very important contribution. And I would like to thank JD Group and all the organizers who put up this wonderful charity dinner today for a great activity of improving the services at KGH Hospital. And the KGH Hospital also, it's not just oriented with Visakhapatnam. It's people from Srikakulam also. They are also going there. People, I've seen people from southern part of Odisha also, and some people from Chhattisgarh also. They all come and use these services at KGH. So it's a great activity that we are doing today, and I'm very happy to share the stage with some eminent people like JP Garu and Lakshminarayan Garu. And I wish that all the things that we are trying to dream of today, we are all achieving them in the future. And I'd like to pledge my support also to this cause. And thank you once again for the opportunity that you've given to me. Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you, Ram Mohan ji. I think it's very true that you said that the COVID has exposed the systemic problems in our healthcare. And moreover, as you said, the budgets this year have spiked because it's inclusive of vaccine and COVID expenditure as well. So, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Priyanka.
Okay. Yeah. And thank you, sir. I must also place on record that Ram Mohan ji has also extended his support towards the establishment blood bank in the Uddanam region. For when we asked him, he immediately responded and promised to release funds from his MP lads as well. Thank you so much, sir. And as you said, you know how important KGH is to the people of Andhra Pradesh, not just Andhra Pradesh, but also from the neighboring states of Odisha and Chhattisgarh. You've always been a voice. We worked with you previously on the Uddanam issue, and we would like to work with you further as well. And thank you for extending your support towards the cause of KGH as well. Thank you so much, sir. We're very glad to having you here today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohan Naidu garu, for your words and also the support which you assured all of us. Because I met you during Titili cyclone in the villages of Srikakulam. We met in the village which I adopted in Srikakulam, the Sahalaputtuga. There we met, and I mean, within a short time we could get back the life back to normal in those areas. I mean, that day I had really seen you working, and also definitely your contribution is going to be a big thing for all of us. And very soon, because 15th August, we kept it as the inauguration of the diagnostic center in Uddanam. So that also we'll be coordinating with you, and also with your support, I think definitely we can do wonders there. Thank you very much for joining this session, and we from Join for Development Foundation, we are extremely grateful to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir, we can have the AV.